They're the best of the best on the water, gliding across the lake and sailing through the air with the comfort of a veteran. They're masters of their sport, yet they're only juniors. We're at Robin Lake for the Rolex Junior Masters. The air is clear and the water is calm on Robin Lake here at Callaway Gardens in Pine Mountain, Georgia. Hello everyone, I'm David Benzel. It's pretty easy to look across America and find young junior golfers who would like to one day be Tiger Woods. Or perhaps young baseball players who would like to have a chance to be the Ken Griffey Jr. of the future. Well, would those young athletes ever get a chance to rub elbows with those players or be face-to-face with them? Not likely. But in the world of water skiing, it actually does happen. It happens here in the waters of Robin Lake, where the top 18 and under junior skiers from around the world come together to compete in slalom, trick, and jump. But they find themselves in the same venue as their heroes for the 41st Masters. So they will be in the presence of Andy Mapple and Tony Neville and Jarrett Llewellyn. Joining me today is former world overall champion Joel McClintock. And Joel, what does this opportunity mean to the young juniors?
Dave, it's an incredible opportunity. It means that they can actually walk up to their heroes and get advice on specific information, specific problems that they're having in their slalom or jump or tricks just before they go off the dock to perform. It's an opportunity they really shouldn't miss.
Now, there are some key matchups in the Junior Rolex Masters, and it comes down to both the boys and the girls.
Well, as always, Dave, it's an incredible field here at this 8th Junior Rolex Masters. The junior girls are actually the young veterans of this competition. We'll see the likes of Clementine Lucene and Regina Jaquez in action. In the boys division, it's really made up of mostly newcomers, and you know how that works, Dave. Anything could happen, and we wish them all the best. The first event is slalom, so let me tell you how it works. Each skier rounds 6 buoys for a successful pass. The standard rope length is 75 feet. Then the rope is shortened after each pass by set increments off that 75-foot line, eventually to a line length that doesn't even reach the buoys.
Clementine Lucene is coming out at 28 off that 75-foot line. She's a 17-year-old skier from France. She started skiing when she was only 3 years old.
And Clementine has grown to be a very powerful slalom skier. She combines great angle, body position, and strength to make it look easy. She's working her way down the course at 28 off, having no problem whatsoever.
In previous competitions, she has gotten all the way to the 38 off pass. So in spite of the fact that she may be short of stature, this is a powerful skier, as you said.
And that was just a warm-up pass.
6 buoys at that pass, 28 off, means we're going to shorten the rope by 4 more feet. It is now 32 off, Joel.
And this is where the fun starts for us watching, but the hard work starts for the skier. Clementine needs even more angle and more power to get out to the width of the buoy. Takes a bit of a tug out of 1, but not in too bad a shape at 2. Right on track as she comes around 3, but narrow and hits the ball going out to 4. It's all over for Clementine.
What a surprise, because she was really in good shape coming into that buoy, but must have ended up narrower than she thought. She's checking her fin, wondering what went wrong. Watch the ski literally skip right out here as she goes down right at the buoy. That's a nasty spill. The official score is 3 1/4 buoys. She gets a quarter of that buoy, so 3 1/4 at 32 off. That takes us to Regina Jaquez, the top seed and the national record holder for her age group. It's 32 off. She must get around the 4th buoy for the win.
Good start, ball 1. A little down course, but not too much trouble as she rounds ball 3. She's going out to 4.
There it is. Oh, she almost goes down, Joel, and recovers.
And what a recovery it was. She's right back on track around ball 6. A complete pass at 32 off and a win for Regina Jaquez.
Well, a victory there with a very scary 4-ball turn, but she comes out of it and now gets a chance at 35 off.
And this one's for the crowd and for the fun of it. But we all know that Regina is capable of running this 35 off. Let's see if she can get out there and do it for us today.
Here she is around the 3rd buoy, and that looks like all she rode. She tries to reach for 4, but do you realize the experience of this young lady? She skied her first Junior Masters when she was only 12 years old, and the experience pays off today.
Regina was narrow and late as she rounded ball 3. She was scrambling to get out to 4, almost got it. Took a bit of a bow there, not intentional, but she did win the event.
3 buoys at 35 off. Good enough for a win for Regina, followed by Clementine Lucene and Michelle Simpson. Joel's at the dock with Regina.
This is my first slalom title here, so I'm stoked.
Well, you won the slalom. What do we got? What's happening next?
Jump. So, I don't know. I'm just going to go over and get a good plop over and try and take the overall on the first jump and then go for it the second and third.
The fans come in all sizes, but when we come back, our eyes turn to the junior men on the slalom course. The Rolex Junior Masters is brought to you by Nautiques by Correct Craft. Follow the leader. And by Rolex, the watch of champions the world over. Junior men's slalom competition begins here on Robin Lake with Ty Openlander, a 17-year-old skier from Michigan, a young man who has to train in some rather cold conditions, just like the Canadians, eh, Joel?
I hear that. Now, Ty is coming into the course at 32 off of the 75-foot line, but let's not forget, David, that these guys are at 36 miles per hour.
Which means they accelerate way up over 50 miles an hour as they go behind the boat. Huge acceleration, and then they got to get it all shut down, slow down, make a controlled turn at the buoy.
And Ty seems to be in absolute control as he works his way out and around ball 5 and now out to ball 6, a complete pass at 32 off.
Boy, he had to stretch for the 6th buoy, but he's tall enough to do that. 6 buoys at 32 off means we shorten the rope 3 more feet. Let's go to 35 off, and here comes Ty.
Well, clearly height is an advantage in this event, and Ty certainly has that advantage working for him. He's got lots of reach. Here at 35 off, got lots of room to get around the buoy despite a very short rope. Very powerful skier. Got hunched forward just a little bit coming around that buoy, which made it tough to get out to ball 4.
I'm so impressed with his body position through the wakes. It's good for 3.5 buoys at 35 off, but you can tell this is a skier who's capable of going well beyond this.
Absolutely, and had it not been for that problem at ball 3, I'm sure that Ty would have got around 4 and finished up this 35 off pass.
One simple mistake in the course can end your ride, and you do not ever get to see those exit gates. William Asher from Great Britain, a skier who has a heritage here. Both his brother and his uncle have competed here. His uncle, Mike Hazelwood, many times overall champion.
And his brother Tom Asher, in fact, has won the slalom event in this Junior Masters competition.
Here's 35 off. He's already over to ball 2 and in good shape. Look how early he is for 3. Around 4, he has just won the event, and he's going to run the entire pass. Talk about confidence coming in at 35 off. There was no question of what William Asher was here to do. A reach and turn that generated the kind of angle that made him early throughout this whole pass. He's almost too early there, Joel.
And look at the power that results from that angle and lean. As William gets that shoulder down in the water, he just takes off like a rocket out of the turn and has no problem stroking that 35 off pass.
So there's a victory for him, and we're going to get a chance to see 38 off.
And this pass, much like Regina's last, is pretty much for show. He has already won the event, but here at a rope length that doesn't even reach the buoy, William is managing to do the impossible, or seemingly impossible, at least to ball 3.
What a great performance, tumbling out the front as he goes around the 3rd buoy. We score that 2.5 buoys at 38 off. A right foot forward skier that has incredible lean behind the boat no matter which way he's going.
A little bit of slack rope at 2 made it tough to get out to 3, right over the front and into the lake, but what a fantastic performance by William Asher. He sure won't be disappointed.
The official score and a victory for William Asher from Great Britain. 2.5 buoys at 38 off over Ty Openlander and Justin Seafried. Joel's on the dock with William Asher.
William, you are following in brother Thomas's footsteps. Congratulations, winning the gold here in the Rolex Junior Masters in Junior Boys Slalom.
Wow, yeah, it feels great. I'm so pleased to win Masters, first time here. I think it was a good score right there. I'm really happy.
When we come back to Robin Lake, fasten your seatbelts. It's Big Air from wakeboarding's best. Welcome back to the Rolex Junior Masters. Some of the Masters wakeboarders are on hand to sign autographs for the fans. Wakeboarding's big business. It's the hottest new thing in water sports. With more on that, let's go to pioneer and developer Tony Finn.
Wakeboarding at the Junior Masters rocks because it allows these young wakeboarders to strut their stuff in front of a large audience. Daniel Harf will be doing off-axis 540s. Trevor Hansen will be going huge. And watch out for Brian Kennedy and his Tantrum to Blind. These guys are the future of wakeboarding, and they're going huge right now.
Trevor Hansen from Groveland, Florida takes to the water, 1999 Junior Men's Wakeboard World Champion. What a title for Trevor.
A lot of these guys that are competing here at the Junior Masters sometimes compete on the Pro Tour, and they compete with the pros. I mean, here at the Junior Masters, they're going huge, and that's a crip right there. Trevor Hansen starting off big, coming back into the wake here, toe side. Big elephant. That's a front roll to revert, and then right at the last second, he turns the board back into the regular position. There's a whirlybird. These are difficult tricks. Trevor Hansen starting off large. Oh, over rotation right there. And Trevor going down. He over rotated and could not quite land on his board.
Pretty interesting story about Trevor. He went to the 97 Wakeboard World Championships and just watched, and he said, I can do that. And he went out and started doing it.
Well, his dad owns a water ski school, so Trevor has a good opportunity to learn how to ride.
Next couple of competitors, Brian Kennedy, Daniel Harf on the dock, just razzing each other.
They like to have fun. They want to watch and see what Trevor does so they know what they have to do. One of the cool things about wakeboarding is you can go out there and do whatever you want. There's no pre-prescribed trick run that you have to put in. You can just go out there and have a good time riding your wakeboard. There's a nice scarecrow Mobius for Trevor Hansen. Very technical trick. Coming in hillside, there's a backside Mobius. Really difficult tricks for Trevor. Coming back in toe side here. Oh, loses the handle, and that's going to hurt him. 2 falls is tough.
47.71 points total for Trevor Hansen. He wanted to stand up throughout this run.
You see in his handle pass, it's very important. You pass the handle in the small of your back, and he wasn't able to successfully complete the handle pass.
Coming around the corner at the far end of the lake, Brian Kennedy getting ready for his run. He was 3rd in 1999 at the Worlds.
He's been improving quite a bit. He definitely deserves to be here. He has some blind tricks. He goes huge. Coming in right now, heel side, a big tantrum to fakie for his first trick. He's taking it large. Good carve into the wake. Toe side for a nice scarecrow.
Tony, what are the judges looking for here as they watch Brian Kennedy?
The judges are looking for good execution, intensity, and good variation of tricks. Like right there was a 540. So he's varying his tricks pretty good. He could get a good score if he could stand it up, but he pops out right there. Oh, that's tough. Tough fall for Brian Kennedy. Daniel Harf must be laughing on the dock right now as both the riders have fallen. He looks like he should have landed this, but he just popped on that board. The board was like a cork and did a quick bounce, and he could not hold on to it.
Still, he gets his second pass. Does he have a chance to score enough points here?
He's going to have to go huge. The cool thing about wakeboarding is you fall once, you get to go again. That is to encourage the riders to go huge, and that's what Brian Kennedy is out here doing right now. A lot of technical maneuvers in his pass. He's asking for a little bit of a slowdown on the boat. He wants it perfect. There's that tantrum to blind, a beautiful trick invented by Greg Necras, and Brian does it to perfection right here at the Junior Masters. Nice second pass for Brian. Now he's going to get a chance to hit the double up. This is where it's going to come down to. If he can do a huge trick off the double up, he could put some pressure on Daniel Harf.
Both swinging around and setting up the perfect opportunity for the 2 wakes to come together, and Brian Kennedy will hit that point and go airborne.
It's huge. He's going for a 7. Oh, he cased the top of the wake. Brian Kennedy was definitely going for a nice spinning maneuver. A 720 could not hold on.
52.72 points, hitting the takeoff well, but not finishing the turn.
Just missing. When you hit the top of the wake like that, it just throws you off. You have to clear the second wake.
Daniel Harf may have been chuckling on the dock when the others fell, but on the other hand, he's got to come out here and turn in more than 52.72 points to take the lead.
Watch the contrast to Daniel Harf and some of these other riders that we've seen. He comes in, look at that off-axis 540. Cool, clean style. Daniel Harf, a little bit of a different style. He surfs and snowboards, and you can tell by the way he rides. Oh, almost goes down there on a whirlybird. Now coming in toe side. Nice, Pete Rose, nice and smooth.
How much the surfing background helps in this event?
Oh, I just like to watch the guys' style, what they surf or skateboard. You can tell they're coming from a different background than if they were coming from trick skiing, and I just like the way it looks. Like right there on that off-axis spin, a definitely snowboard-style maneuver or skate-style maneuver. Daniel Harf goes down on it, though.
You can see here in the replay where he misses the handle. It's an important pass. You can't do a thing without that handle.
In snowboarding and skateboarding you can, but in wakeboarding you gotta have a handle.
Here's pass number 2, a chance to put more points on the board.
Nice, Moby Dick for Daniel Harf. Coming in the wake here, toe side now. Little bat wing. Look at that off-axis 360. The way he does it is a lot different than a traditional 360, and the judges like that increased style. He'll get good points for that. Another spin. Daniel Harf putting it together. I do think, though, he's going to need a good double up to guarantee himself the victory. It's close right now in the points. Let's see what he can come up with on this big double up. Oh, he's going for a 900, and he goes down. He can't hold on to it.
Well, you can't accuse Daniel Harf of holding anything back or being cautious. Going for the 900 here, not making it, but the crowds love the attack.
Yeah, he charged out there.
Final results, Daniel Harf takes the win with 55.71, followed by Kennedy and Hansen. Let's go dockside with Tony.
Daniel Harf, another totally awesome performance. You're a repeat champion here at the Junior Masters.
Yeah, it's been fun. Last year was killer. It was my first time here, and it was cool to win, and then come back again and do it. It's a really big deal. Masters is such a great tournament. I went out, tried to put on a show, and I rode well, but didn't quite make what I wanted, but it was fun.
The Canadian junior jumpers are here in force, and when we come back, they take to the air. The Rolex Junior Masters is brought to you by Rolex, the watch of champions the world over, and by Nautiques by Correct Craft. Follow the leader. Last year's jump champion Carissa Wedd getting some last-minute coaching from one of her heroes and fellow countryman, Jarrett Llewellyn. But first we go to Regina Jaquist. She's on the water right now. She finished second overall last year, but she has improved her jumping so much.
And let's let everybody know, Dave, that each of these skiers get 3 jumps, but in fact it's only the longest jump that really matters.
So with a jump of 121 feet, Regina knows that the power of Carissa Wedd is much greater than that. We watch her come into the ramp here. You can see how long they stay on edge and then get this all-important spring or kick off the top. That vertical lift plus their speed generates a distance. Now for her final attempt, Regina getting way out on the right-hand side of the boat, Joel. Let's watch what kind of cut she gives us this time.
Well, Regina has definitely brought it down course for a much later cut, Dave. She's building more speed into the bottom, still managing good kick off the top. I think a considerably longer jump.
And what a great landing. Usually that's the indication of a good jump, and it is an improvement, 128 feet. What a great shot of the concentration of a young champion coming into the ramp and kicking right off the top, getting the same kind of float that the champions get when they're ski flying, just not for quite so long. With that jump, she won the overall title, which is her combined score. Carissa Wedd is on the water right now, defending champion.
Now, Carissa, clearly a very powerful young lady. You can see the strength of her legs as the muscles bulge as she sets up with this incredible cut into the bottom. Big kick off the top, lots of float, and that was a long opening jump. She might have wrapped it up right there, Dave.
Britta Llewellyn, one of her coaches, standing by, and look at this, a 132. She takes the victory with jump number 1. Keep in mind, Carissa Wedd is a jump specialist. This is her favorite event. It's what she concentrates on above all else.
And as she hit the water, she knew what she had accomplished.
Can't question her dedication. She's missing high school graduation and the prom in order to be here competing at the Rolex Junior Masters. Here's her final attempt.
Well, having won the jump event again here at the Masters, I don't think Carissa will be complaining about missing the prom, but she sure would like to now get the course record, which is 139 feet.
Well, very close, but not quite. A very respectable improvement on her distance, 135 feet. Clearly the champion today, Carissa Wedd, takes first place, followed by Regina Jaquist. Let's go dockside with Joel, speaking with Carissa.
Now, I've seen you compete several times, and I've never seen you do anything but win.
Yeah.
Have you ever lost?
Yeah, I've lost, but I've been winning for 2 years now, and this is a good start to the 3rd year, so I hope it keeps on going. It's been good. I've enjoyed it.
Well, you're top seat coming into the final round. You went off the dock knowing that the jumps had come up from yesterday, so the pressure was on a little bit.
Yeah, it was on a little bit, but I like being last off the dock because I can go out there and know what I can do. I was a little bit relaxed, because I knew if I could just take it easy out there and just get a good one off my first jump that it would be all right, and I could do her, so that's what I did.
We're on the water with junior men's jumping, and it's Jimmy Townsend, another Canadian. And are the Canadians ever here in strength? Last year he finished second.
Well, the Canadians are known as the Canadian Air Force when they start jumping like this, and Jimmy just took flight with a great opener.
Look at this first jump, 165 feet. Keep in mind the ramp has been raised 6 inches, and the boat speed is 35 miles an hour. Jimmy, even though he dropped his head and shoulders a little bit, got a lot of lift out of the ramp.
He sure did. Managed great float and 165 feet. He'd be happy with that as an opener, but he knows the top seed Ryan Dodd is yet to follow, so he'll try to push it from there.
Here's the final attempt. Great concentration. Look at the body position coming into the ramp. Whoa. What do you think, Joel? Is it farther?
Tough call, Dave. I think it was right in there.
And it was 165 feet again. No wonder it looked so good. It was just like the first jump. So his longest, 165, will have to hold while we watch Ryan Dodd. And yes, it's another Canadian.
And this is Ryan's first Masters, but despite it being his first Masters, he has managed to seat himself in top spot here in the finals in the men's jumping event. And wow, what a nice opening jump.
For a 15-year-old to have that kind of maturity coming into the ramp, body position, ooh, now there's a very intense picture. That's Jimmy Townsend not looking very happy with his 165, and no wonder there's a 173 on jump number 1 from the young Ryan Dodd.
Look at the power in Ryan's legs as he comes into the bottom of the ramp, crouched down so low with incredible speed, and then pops off the top just to fly 173 feet.
So there's the win for Ryan Dodd, 173, followed by Townsend and Asher. The Rolex Junior Masters is a special event. These young champions train all year long just to be here, to win a title, to defend a title, or to try again. They come with their supporters and all of their effort. For Tony Finn, Joel McClintock, I'm Dave Benzel. We'll see you next time.